You're going to fall. That might sound harsh, but I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm saying it because it's true, and I want you to be ready. Falls are the #1 cause of injury among adults over 70, not car accidents, not illness, falls. And here's the sad part, most of them are preventable. The truth is, exercise is one of the best things you can do to stay strong, independent, and mobile as you age. But if you're not careful,
If you're doing the wrong things or skipping the right ones,
you could actually be increasing your risk instead of reducing it. I know this because I've seen it happen. People who start working out with good intentions, thinking they're doing everything right, only to end up with a sprain, a strain, or worse, a broken bone from a fall that could have been avoided. So today, I want to help you avoid those mistakes. In this video, we'll go over 5 of the most common exercise errors people make after 70. Mistakes that increase the risk of falls and injuries. More importantly, I'll show you exactly what to do instead so you can keep moving safely, confidently, and independently for years to come. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1, pushing too hard too soon. Now, don't get me wrong, I love enthusiasm. It's fantastic when someone decides it's time to get moving again, whether it's walking more, trying a gentle strength class, or even picking up light weights. But here's the problem. Jumping into something too intense before your body is ready can lead to muscle strains, joint pain, and yes, even falls. Your body changes as you age. Your muscles aren't as elastic, your balance isn't quite as sharp, and your joints may protest a little louder than they used to. That doesn't mean you can't be active. It just means you need to take a smarter approach. So what should you do? Start slow, really slow. If you haven't been active in a while, begin with just a few minutes a day. Walk around the house, do seated stretches. Try holding onto the back of a chair and practicing, standing on one leg for a few seconds at a time. It's not about how long or how hard you push yourself. It's about consistency and building a foundation. Once your body gets used to movement again, you can gradually increase your time and intensity. Think of it like starting a fire. You don't throw a whole log on a tiny spark. You start with kindling, let it catch, and then slowly build from there. Which brings me to mistake number 2, skipping warm-ups and cool-downs. You might think, I only have 20 minutes to exercise. Who has time to warm up? I get it, time feels precious, but skipping warm-ups is like pulling a cold rubber band and expecting it to stretch without snapping. Cold muscles don't move well. They're stiff, tight, and more prone to injury. And when your muscles aren't ready to work, your coordination suffers, and that increases your chance of tripping, slipping, or losing balance. So take 5 minutes before you start moving to gently prepare your body. March in place, swing your arms, roll your shoulders, maybe do some seated leg lifts or ankle circles. Then after you finish exercising, spend another 5 minutes cooling down, slowing your pace, stretching gently, and letting your heart rate return to normal. These few minutes can make a huge difference in how your body responds to activity and how it recovers afterward. Now, let's talk about mistake number 3, ignoring balance training. This one might surprise you. Most people think of exercise as walking, lifting weights, or doing aerobics. But if you're over 70, balance training might be the most important part of your routine. Why? Because poor balance is a leading cause of falls. And the scary thing is, you don't realize how much your balance has declined until you try something simple, like stepping off a curb or reaching for something on a high shelf, and suddenly you wobble. So how do you train your balance? Start small. Practice standing on one foot while holding onto a sturdy surface like a countertop or chair. Try it for just a few seconds each day. As you improve, try letting go for a second or two. Try heel-to-toe walking, literally placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other foot and walking forward like you're on a tightrope. This helps train your body to stay centered and stable. Tai Chi is also a fantastic way to improve balance naturally. Many community centers and senior groups offer beginner classes, specifically designed for older adults. The key is to practice regularly. Balance isn't something you either have or you don't. It's a skill you can develop and strengthen over time. All right, so far we've covered pushing too hard too soon, skipping warm-ups and cool-downs, ignoring balance training. 3 major mistakes that could be putting you at risk without you even realizing it. And the good news? Each of these mistakes has a clear, simple solution. Because staying active isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about keeping your independence, maintaining your confidence, and enjoying life on your own terms. Let's pick up right where we left off. So far, we've covered 3 major Exercise mistakes that can increase your risk of falls and injuries after 70. Pushing too hard too soon. Skipping warm-ups and cool-downs. Ignoring balance training. Each of these habits might seem harmless on their own, but together, they can create a perfect storm for accidents, pain, and even long-term setbacks. Now it's time to talk about mistake number 4, something many seniors do without realizing the danger it creates. And that is not strengthening your lower body enough. I know what you might be thinking. I walk every day. Isn't that enough? Walking is great, it really is. It's one of the best things you can do to stay active and improve heart health. But walking alone doesn't build the kind of strength you need to prevent falls. Think about it. How many times have you felt wobbly going up or down stairs? Or struggled to get up from a chair without using your hands? Those are signs that your leg muscles, especially your hips, quads and calves, aren't as strong as they need to be. Your lower body is like the foundation of a house. If it's weak, everything else becomes unstable. That's why strength training isn't just for younger people or gym enthusiasts. It's for you. It's for everyone who wants to keep doing the things they love, like playing with grandchildren, gardening, or simply getting around the house without fear. So what can you do? Start simple. You don't need weights or fancy equipment to begin building strength. Try seated leg lifts. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, tighten your thigh muscle, and slowly lift one leg until it's parallel with the floor. Hold for a few seconds, then lower. Repeat on the other side, or try standing heel raises. Stand behind a chair and hold onto the back for support. Slowly rise up onto your toes, then lower yourself back down. Do this a few times each day. You'll feel it in your calves and ankles, which play a big role in keeping you steady. Chair squats are another powerful move. Stand in front of a chair, hold onto the backrest, and slowly bend your knees as if you're going to sit down, then stand back up. Don't worry about how low you go. Just focus on engaging your legs and moving with control. These exercises may look small, but they pack a punch when done consistently. Over time, you'll notice better stability, stronger joints, and more confidence in your daily movements. Now let's talk about the 5th and final mistake. And this one might surprise you because it's something many people think is actually good for them. And that is doing only one type of exercise. You see, variety matters more than most people realize. If all you do is walk, or all you do is stretch, you're missing out on the full range of benefits that come from a well-rounded routine. Walking is great for endurance. Stretching is important for flexibility. Strength training builds muscle and supports your bones. Balance work keeps you stable, and low-impact cardio helps your heart. If you skip any of these pieces, you're leaving gaps in your fitness, and those gaps can lead to weakness, stiffness, and yes, falls. That's why the most effective routines include a little bit of everything. For example, here's a sample week. Monday, gentle stretching plus balance practice, like standing on one foot. Tuesday, short walk, a few minutes of seated leg lifts. Wednesday, a light strength session using resistance bands or light hand weights. Thursday, rest or gentle yoga. Friday, walking plus some standing calf raises. Saturday, Tai Chi or balance-focused movement. Sunday, light stretching and deep breathing. This way, you're giving your body a full workout without overdoing it. You're staying flexible, strong, balanced, and mobile, all at the same time. And again, it's not about intensity. It's about consistency, because the goal isn't to become an athlete. The goal is to stay independent, to keep doing the things you love, to enjoy life without worrying about falling or hurting yourself. And remember, exercise isn't just about preventing injury. It's also about improving sleep, boosting mood, increasing energy, and even sharpening your mind. Physical activity sends blood and oxygen to your brain, which helps keep your memory and focus sharp. It releases feel-good hormones that fight depression and anxiety, and it gives you a sense of purpose and accomplishment, something we all need, no matter our age. So don't underestimate the power of movement. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Even one new habit added to your routine can shift the course of your health. In the final part of this video, we'll wrap things up by sharing a few easy ways to start incorporating these changes into your daily life without feeling overwhelmed. We'll also revisit the 5 key mistakes and how to avoid them in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Until then, I want to encourage you to take one small step today. Maybe it's warming up before your next walk. Maybe it's trying a balance exercise while brushing your teeth. Or maybe it's just writing down one thing you learned from this video that you'd like to start doing differently. Every step counts, because staying strong isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. So far, we've walked through 5 of the most common exercise mistakes that can increase your risk of falls and injuries after 70. You now know what to avoid and, more importantly, what to do instead. Let's quickly revisit them, not as a list, but as a natural flow of ideas to help you understand how each one connects to your safety and strength. First, we talked about pushing too hard too soon. Starting slow might not feel exciting, but it's the surest way to build lasting strength without injury. Your body deserves time to adjust, just like a car needs to warm up before speeding down the highway. Then came skipping warm-ups and cool-downs. It's easy to skip these because they don't always feel like real exercise, but they're essential for preparing your muscles and joints and helping your body recover safely afterward. We covered ignoring balance training next. Most people think of exercise as walking or lifting weights, but if you're not working on balance, you're leaving yourself vulnerable. And in your 70s and beyond, balance is just as important as strength. After that came not strengthening your lower body enough. Strong legs are your best defense against falls. They give you power to stand, walk, climb stairs, and catch yourself if you ever start to slip. And finally, we looked at doing only one type of exercise. Variety isn't just fun, it's functional. A well-rounded routine keeps you flexible, strong, stable, and energized. Now let's talk about how to make this all work in real life without feeling overwhelmed or confused. Because I know what it's like. You hear advice from doctors, trainers, family members. Sometimes it feels like everyone has a different opinion. And when that happens, it's easy to do nothing at all. But here's the truth. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a simple, consistent one. Start with what you can do today. Maybe that means warming up before your morning walk. Maybe it means holding onto the kitchen counter and practicing. Standing on one foot while waiting for the kettle to boil. Or maybe it means adding 2 minutes of seated leg lifts into your routine 3 times a week. That's progress. Real, meaningful progress. And consistency beats intensity every single time. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't have to look like someone out of a fitness magazine. All you need is the willingness to show up for yourself, day after day. Because here's the thing. Staying strong isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about living independently. It's about being able to get around without help. It's about being there for your loved ones, enjoying your hobbies, and waking up each morning with confidence in your own body. That's what this is really about, your freedom. And the beauty of it is, it doesn't take much to keep that freedom alive. Just small, smart choices. Done regularly, like choosing to sit less and move more. Like making sure you stretch before and after. Like giving your legs a little extra attention so they can support you better. It's also important to listen to your body. If something hurts, stop. If you feel dizzy or short of breath, rest. Exercise should challenge you, not harm you. There's a difference between effort and pain. And knowing that line is key to staying safe. Also, make sure your environment supports your movement. Clear clutter from walkways. Keep floors dry. Make sure rugs are secure. Install grab bars in the bathroom if needed. Good lighting is crucial, especially at night. And wear supportive shoes, even at home. Flip-flops and slippers may feel comfortable, but they offer little support and can increase your risk of slipping. All of these things work together to create a safer, stronger version of your daily life. Now, I want to leave you with something important. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down, losing independence, or fearing every step you take. With the right habits, like moving safely, building strength, and staying balanced, you can continue to live fully, confidently, and on your own terms. And remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 70, 80, or even 90, your body still responds to movement. It still strengthens. It still adapts. Your health is not set in stone. It's shaped by the choices you make today. So why not choose strength? Why not choose stability? Why not choose to stay active, independent, and free? Because you deserve it. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button below. It helps others find this information too. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video filled with tips, encouragement, and strategies for thriving in your later years. And hey, if you've already made a change based on what we talked about today, I'd love to hear about it. Share your experience in the comments below. Let's support each other, learn together, and grow stronger as a community. Because aging gracefully isn't about slowing down, it's about stepping forward with purpose, energy, and confidence. Here's to living your best life at any age. Until next time, take care of yourself